What's up, everybody? Wayne Shada here. So, UFC 129's in the books. Great show, for the exception of the main card, the main event between GSP and Jake Shields. But normally I don't do these vlogs like the day of or the night of the events, but I kind of want to switch things up a little bit on the vlogs. I know I'm not very when it comes to my views. I'm not very stable. One vlog will have like 70 something views, the other one will have like 150. I don't get it, but I'm trying to get good at this. So we're going to be experimenting with different types of things with the vlog, and hopefully you guys will let me know what's good and what's not good. So nonetheless, I don't think this is going to make a real big difference, but UFC 129 once again is in the books. The main event sucked. The Cody main event was awesome. To start off, we had the lightweight bout with Mark Bocek versus Ben Henderson. And now, on my previous vlog, I mentioned that I thought Henderson was going to come out for the kill, especially after being embarrassed against that kick that he received from Anthony Pettis. So I thought Henderson was going to make his UFC debut. A spectacular one and full of like action and try to end it quickly. But it turns out that it went to the decision. The fight. I thought all three judges had a 30-27. I disagree with that. I thought Bocek won the second round. It could have been a close fight. It was a close fight. But Henderson did kind of edge Bocek in the first and third round. What's interesting to me, well, I mean, I'm not going to argue about the decision. Listen, 30-27, as long as the judges get it correctly, I can care less. I'm so used to bad judging in MMA. I really wish New Jersey or New York, when you guys get legalized, hire me as a judge. I guarantee you I'll have good results. You won't hear as much backlash from my judging than everybody else. But nonetheless, Henderson wins. Was really hyped up after the fight. I didn't understand it. Just seemed kind of fake. But nonetheless, Henderson wins. So big win for Henderson, and it was a good win. He beat the hometown boy. Second fight was a 20-second fight between Vladimir Matyushenko and Jason Brills. Matyushenko knocks out Brills in 20 seconds. I actually thought this was. I picked Brills because he's the younger guy, and I just picked him at random. I know Matyushenko. I know him more than Brills, but nonetheless, Matyushenko knocks him out in the first round, saves his job. He really needed that win, especially after losing to John Jones or looking that bad to John Jones. I know he had a fight afterwards, but it's always good to see the janitor win, and I was happy. Despite the fact that my pick was wrong. 20 seconds, Brills went out for like a second and a half, but you got to think about when a guy's on the mat and he goes out for that second and a half. If the ref doesn't stop it and allows him to take a couple extra blows to the head, it could be detrimental to his health and his future and his career. So, the judge stopped it, and justifiably so, because Brills went out. He went out, and I think even if the judge didn't, the referee didn't come in and stop it, Matyushenko would have kept on and camera fisted him, and he eventually would have gone out. So, fighter safety is more important than continuing a fight. So I'm glad that the judge, I keep on saying the ref stopped the fight. Third fight, Randy Couture versus Machida. Pretty sad fight, mainly because I respect the hell out of Couture. I don't like Machida at all. I don't like his stance. I just don't like his fighting style, the whole, counter punching thing. I have nothing against him personally. I just don't like him. Maybe because he robbed Shogun of a win previously, but nonetheless, Machida defeats Couture in the second round by flying front crane kick. And what's great about this is our leader, my leader, Bloodstained Lane, actually called this and the move, which is unbelievable. I don't know if he's getting direct messages, if he's a prophet or what, but Bloodstained Lane called a crazy ending to a crazy fight. I mean, to me, that's the most shocking thing. The fact that listen, I expected Couture to get knocked out. I actually I thought it was going to happen. So the fact that Machida won, and I expected. Listen, I didn't expect obviously a crane kick. I expected Machida probably to knock him out with a punch or right hand or left hand or something. But the fact that Bloodstained Lane actually called the actual kick and the move 5 hours prior to is just awesome. I mean, that's pretty funny in my opinion. So, props to Bloodstained Lane. He definitely, I know from what I'm told, um, they mentioned it on SureDog, the forums and stuff. It's just a wild prediction, just an extremely wild prediction. And Bloodstained Lane, I wish he actually did a prediction vlog for you guys because he actually called a lot of these fights correctly. So I hope he was a betting man today or last night because you know he would have been spot on, man. Should have taken the parlay. I hope he took the parlay, Bloodstained Lane. Uh, Next fight, and of course, Couture announces his retirement, and I hope that he does retire. I hate to see guys, great legends in the sport, continue to go on and get beaten and have their record and reputation kind of, you know, just it's I don't want their reputation to be tarnished by some of their last minute decisions or their fights later on in their careers. Couture's had an amazing career and held the company on his back for a very long time. Do I think he's the greatest American fighter of all time? Absolutely not. Dan Henderson is. But Couture is the man, and I mean, if I look as good as he does at his age, I'd be a very, very happy man. Um, just amazing person and real ambassador of sport. And he's like the Hulk Hogan. I always get it wrong. The Hulk Hogan of MMA. Just comes back and beats the biggest and best guys. But so long to Couture. I look forward to hopefully meeting you one day. And thank you for everything you've done for MMA. Couture definitely is a legend. And I hope he doesn't come back in a year, like some of my friends are predicting. Next fight was the co-main event, featherweight championship bout between Jose Aldo and Mark Hominick. And I picked Hominick for this fight just because I thought that Aldo's chin hasn't been tested. And that, sometimes the ring rust, it takes a toll on his body. And I was reading up online that prior to the fight, Aldo had a tough time cutting weight, and that he looked kind of like exhausted or tired or drained from the weight cut when he was doing a lot of um, his press for the fight. I know I read online that they had the 7 champions of the UFC get together to do a press conference or some type of Q&A, and Jose looked like he was out of it throughout the whole thing. So going into it, I saw after like the first definitely after the first round, but in the middle of like the second round, Aldo started to kind of slow down, started to go away from some of the leg kicks that he's known for. And just rely mostly on his boxing. He did throw leg kicks, don't get me wrong. It's not like he abandoned it completely, but he was kind of like slowing down. And, and Hominick, he's got balls, man. This guy, he's really, really, he's just, I'm impressed. And I knew he had balls, I knew he definitely was a tough dude, but not as tough. I didn't expect him to be as tough as he was last night. I mean, he pretty much, in that 5th round was going for broke. And every fighter, if you're a fighter, you really should. If you think that you're losing in your mind, or if you think it's too close to call, I say you go out there and try your best to knock the guy out, or you give it your all in the last minute or two or the last round, because I'm tired of seeing guys, you know, just still try to look for open shots and try to pick their shots. Go for broke. If you get knocked out, you get knocked out. I don't think there's any shame in getting knocked out or submitted or whatever, you know. But Hominick had like a big, huge contusion on his head and hematoma. And it wasn't a Hasim Rahman, I'd tell you that much, but it looked pretty close. I mean, he had a tennis ball on his head. But you know, props to John McCarthy for not ending the fight, and Hominick continued to go, and he was really trying hard, and I could respect that. I look forward to seeing him fighting again. I hope they do a rematch. Jose will probably kill him again, but great fight of the night actually. So props to Hominick, much respect, and Jose Aldo, who is the top 5 pound for pound, I think, in MMA. So I don't think anybody could really argue that. Last fight of the night, and unfortunately, it was the most boring fight of the night. Was a welterweight championship bout between George St. Pierre and Jake Shields. There's not much to say about it. I kind of tweeted J-Ride, you know, that George St. Pierre was going to jab, kick, jab, kick, jab, kick. I thought it was going to be something similar to the Josh Koscheck fight. And it was simple. It was pretty much similar. I mean, St. Pierre knew that Jake Shield had nothing for him on the stand-up, so he took advantage of that and was throwing a lot of jabs and busting, you know, his face up. And it's pretty crazy when you look at the CompuStat, the results from what I was seeing online. Shields actually outstruck St. Pierre, which was pretty interesting. But St. Pierre won. He pressed the fight. I know that doesn't really mean anything much, but he did press the fight. And there really isn't much to say about the main event fight because it just sucked and it was so boring and it was a typical GSP fight. And towards the end of it, you know, Shields didn't even. I don't think they even interviewed Shields. I was so mad about the whole thing. In the middle of the third, and once the third round started, I lost all interest. And you know, I respect GSP. I'm a fat, you know, West Indian dude, so I can't be like, oh yeah, you should finish the fight. He's this, he's that. You know, it takes balls to go out there and fight, but. You know, you got to put in the show. There's a certain, they don't make men like you know, like Wanderlei, who just leaves it all out there, you know. I respect St. Pierre. He's probably the smartest guy in MMA. He has a game plan that is just good. It's great, and he wins out all his fights convincingly, but it's not as much fun as watching Nick Diaz, and that's why. You know, GSP used to be my favorite welterweight. I'm gonna stop rooting for him. I'm still gonna stop you know, promoting him and just I can care less about GSP. I'm all about Nick Diaz. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm running out of time. Thank you for watching. If I'm rambling on, if I look tired, it is what it is. But I wanted to give you guys this gift. Shout out to everybody in Team Takeover, Bloodstained Lane, Fahrenheit, J-Ride, Sean, IQ Wrestler, Sambo, Still Will. Shout out to Joey Gallo. Add me on Twitter. Shout out to Rocco and everybody. Thank you for watching. Comment, whatever. Let me know what you think about the vlog. I'll talk to you later, guys. Peace. See you at the next event. Bye.